Hello everyone, my name is Hatam Shahar Musa and today I'm going to present about the green economy in Europe and about Green Deal in general. So here is agenda. The first one is introduction, next one is action taken by the European Union, third one is the European Commission, next one is the goals of the green economy in European Union, and also next one is European Union carbon taxation evolution, and goals and mechanism, and the last one is about conclusion. So introduction. uh, in general, the European Green Deal is a package of long-term goals of the European Union on a climate strategy and a roadmap for reducing carbon emission by 55% by the European Union countries. And they have a goal like reduce the carbon emission by 2013, and for achieving the European integration, which is associated like by 2050. The Green Deal reflected the intention of the European Union as a regional contribution to the implementation of the 2050 Paris Agreement on the climate change and the sustainable development goals to achieve the carbon neutrality by 2050. So the all things regarding to reducing the carbon emission. So European Green Deal, like the goals, for example, we have a climate social fund, carbon border adjustment mechanism, energy taxation, like the here is all goals of the like Green Deal, and one of the like important one is more about climate stuff, like climate changing stuff and energy, like every energy. Uh, here is we can see that energy efficiency directive or renewable energy directive. So next one is actions taken by the European Union. As we remember, we have COVID-19 in like the COVID-19 pandemic has deeply affected the European economy. So, but the unpredicted European response to the crisis undertaken by the Brussels in the spring of 2020 within the framework of the cohesion policy is also impressive, such as the financial instrument as the European Union New Generation Program, which is the next generation European Union, as well as the changes made to the system of the European Union own budgetary resources. Taken together, these steps indicate that the European Union, from the point of the view its finances, is now in principle able to give a more impressive response to the modern socio-economic challenges which just took shape in the form of the Green Deal. Within its framework, Brussels is going to make the most of the financing that has become available to it for the implementation of far-reaching the climate goals. And European Commission, anyway, it follows from the intention announced by the European Commission that as a part of the implementation of the Green Deal, measures to stimulate private investment for like funds from state budgets, which is around 140 billion euros, and a significant part of the European Union supranational budget will be used to increase its financing, including for the guaranteed support of the private investment carried out through the European Investment Bank. And also, European Investment Bank has been designed as a European Union's climate bank, which is will promote the goals of the Green Deal both in Europe and beyond of like not only Europe. So starting in 2021, all the banks, which is European Investment Bank's operations, must be consistent with the provision of the 2050 Paris Agreement, including the goal of the phasing out financing for fossil fuel projects. So here is the goal of the green economy in European Union. Accountedly, one of the uh, pillars of the goals and is the investment plan, which is directly based on European cohesion policy. The investment plan contains three directions, and the first direction is attract at least 1 trillion euros by 2030 in the format of social responsible, like the sustainable public investment of this amount. And around 528 billion euros will provide funds from the European Union multi-year budget for the period 2021 and 2027, plus fees from the European emission trading, like Shane. So second one is direction is activating, like it's about intention to provide incentive for the unblocking and the redistributing both public and especially private investments. An action plan to stimulate sustainable financing is being implemented, and regulation have been adopted on the financial reporting standards corresponding to it. The third area is practical support of the state and local authorities, as well as initiators of the green project, justified from the point of view of the commission, their planning, development, and implementations. So, and also the European Union carbon taxation evolution. By 2009, carbon taxes once again become a topic of a discussion within an integrated Europe, but among the member states of the remain unattainable. So, nevertheless, environment taxation gradually evolved into an importance of public financial resources, and in 2010, the European Commission considered implementing a minimum like the pan-European tax in the form of the pollution permits purchased under the European ETS introduced in 2005 with a new tax calculated in a carbon equivalence. However, this proposal did not pass at the time. The material interest of the European Union clashed with those of the energy resources export, and a conflict that continues to this day. So the idea of the new tax implements that imported products within a carbon like intensity exciting European emission standards will be taxed at the European border at the rate of the determined by the European Union emission trading system. However, this adjustment will be offset by the carbon emission taxation in the country of origin, but only if that country reached a corresponding agreement with the European Commission. And carbon border adjustment mechanism goals and like their steps. So through the SBAM, Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism, Brussels hopes to prevent the carbon leaking, ensuring that energy intensive production does not relocate from the European Union countries to third countries that might be benefit from adopting less stringent climate policies than those in Europe. The carbon footprint reporting that mechanism in the associated tax base, which is place significant administrative burdens on the importers to the European Union, are expected to take effect on January 1, 2023, from the beginning of the 2026. So CBAM will be fully operational at the point importers will be required to purchase digital certificates allowing their products to enter the European Union single market. This certificate will reflect the carbon footprint of the imported goods. It's expected that by this time, the list of the imported products subject to CBAM will be expand, the cost of these certificates in the European Union will be based on the average price of the emission allowance sold weekly at auctions in the European carbon market. So, according to most analysts, this price is expected to continue rising until 2030, currently around uh, 60 euro per ton of carbon. So, in the conclusion, the European Commission, for its part, like the October 12th and 2021, for the first time successfully issued its own green bonds. And by the end of the 2026, it intends to issue green bonds on the behalf of the European Union with a total volume of 2,050 billion euros. So the European Green Deal is a European Union long-term strategy to achieve a carbon neutrality by 2050 and reduce the emission by 55% by the 2030. And in general, they want to reduce the carbon emission, like this. They also think about the nature. So the European Investment Bank, acting as a climate bank, support projects aligned with the Paris Agreement, and it's phasing out fossil fuel financing. Prioritize include promoting sustainable investment, attracting private funding, and supporting local green projects. And thank you for your attention, and thank you for your time. I'm glad to present this kind of topic, and goodbye, everyone.